about how you're using video with refis, make it a refi TCA, you're putting a video on it. Tell us about that a little bit and how's that saving you time?
Yeah, I mean, we're still purchase first, and our purchase market is as hot as the temperatures out here in Arizona. So we are busy all day with purchases, and so the nighttime is when we really do our refinance analyses, but it's not an appropriate time to call clients. So the best thing about the TCA with video is that I can be in there, grinding away on refi numbers and then do a video for them explaining the options, what my suggestion is, shoot it off to them, and usually in the morning I've got a response from them saying, hey, let's do this thing. We update their information and get it locked in. I mean, we all know it's like shooting fish in a barrel right now. It's so crazy, but we've just got to get them the information. And I recorded a little video on a TCA I was doing last night, but I usually have no makeup on. I've got my blue light glasses on. Like, I'm just in the zone doing my thing, and I make it really real because it is real life. It's after the kiddos go to bed, and we try to help as many people as we can right now.
What other questions are you asking in the refi? And then let's walk everybody through a refi TCA.
Yeah. So on the refinance, we're really talking to them about, if you had your crystal ball, how long do you think you're going to be in this property for? What are your goals with this refinance, right? We're pulling their credit report. We're seeing what potentially their credit card debt looks like. We're talking to them about the future. I mean, if someone needs to do some debt consolidation, now could be the most amazing time, right, to lock in at these incredibly low interest rates and get themselves back to a fresh start. So really digging deep on what are the goals with the refinance. And I think that the great thing that I've always thought about Mortgage Coach is that it's our opportunity to present something to them that they didn't even know existed. So I'm asking them what they want, but then I'm digging into, like, here's what I think might be best for you, and putting an option on the TCA that they maybe didn't even ask about, right? So that's how I make them realize that they need me in their life, because I am better at mortgages than they are, because consumers kind of think that they know everything now, right? With internet and Google, they have all this information, and I want them to see that I am the true expert, and I'm going to professionally advise them.
So catch what she said right there. This is how you become the hyper local mortgage professional, is you have to go what's beyond Google. You have to go beyond what they can get on their own, and you have to deliver advice and insight that they couldn't get on their own. So they're like, wow, I never thought of it like that before. Whoa, I never thought of this. And I would push everybody to go beyond that. If you want to deliver the best financial advice experience that family ever had, you're competing with the CPA, the financial planner, the life insurance agent, the realtor, everybody that helps a family build wealth. You beat them. You deliver a better experience. So let's talk about how you do that with refis. And when you're ready to share the screen, walk us through a refi experience from Amber Kovarik and team.
Okay, yeah. And so I always tell my clients too, like, if they're talking to a Quicken or an online lender, they're not having conversations with them about their time in the home and should they pay points or not pay points and what's the recoup period. And so that's how I can, like, poke holes in different competitors that are trying to, steal my clients away from me. So this was an example of a refinance TCA. So I always put their current mortgage information on here so we can easily compare. And then I'm going to look at just what would a rate and term refinance look like. This client did not need any cash out. They just wanted to, strictly lower their monthly payment and benefit from the lower interest rate. So from 4.875 to 3.25, their credit score was, not over 740. And so I could show them, I was able to save them $529 a month. I mean, that is a huge amount of money. This is probably one of my records of the most that I've been able to save someone, but I was blown away. And then I'll run an analysis for them as well to show them what it would look like if they took that $529 savings, continued to make the same payment that they were making before, and how much faster they would pay down their mortgage. So if that's a goal of theirs, what could they potentially save and create for themselves in wealth? So in this example, they would be able to pay their house off almost 8 years sooner by paying the same payment that they've been paying right now. And so this is just going that one step beyond. So if they are getting, bombarded by the Quickens and, the mailers and whatever, they're not having this conversation with them, and they're sure as heck not putting together a TCA. They might even, send them a loan estimate. And so they really enjoy these conversations and knowing what the different options are.
Okay, so beyond the transaction. So not going beyond the transaction, would be giving a fee worksheet saying you could close $529 a month. And in this particular case, you probably would have got a let's go. Like that's a lot of money. That's enough savings. Maybe they would rate shop you and they would be comparing you to another lender that has an eighth or a quarter or 3/8 better in rate. And that's the battle you're in. But Amber doesn't wait for the rate shopping battle. She always goes beyond the transaction. She shows, hey, what if you reinvested it? In this case, it would save you you'd pay off your house in 21.25 years. Ask the family, how cool would it be to have your house paid off? And don't just say 9 years faster, call out the age. Like, you kind of know where people are at. What would that do to your life? I want you to scroll down a little bit because another part of going beyond the transaction is showing that over time. So showing it over 60 months, and then let's scroll down one more time and showing it over a longer period of time where it becomes tens of thousands of dollars, massive amounts of savings. So super important that you guys go beyond the transaction. Another beyond the transaction move is the video. Tell us why you put videos on REFI'S and tell us a little bit about what you put in those videos.
Well, if you don't do a video, then you've really got to be there, in my opinion, typing out all the information about the refinance, what options you presented and why, and the recoup period and all of that. In a video, you can communicate it so much easier to them. And so I'm talking to them about that. Like, this is why I put these options together for you. This is the one I think makes the most sense. This is going to be your recoup period for your investment into the refinance. And just educating them on what the next steps are, what I need from them if they want to do this. And again, I can do it all like after hours, so it's just so much more efficient for me. And the clients love that they can watch a short, 1 to 2 minute video and get a whole summary of what their options look like.
So going beyond the transaction on a refi not only improves your conversion, it's a time efficiency. Notice she could do this at any hour of the day, early in the morning, end of the day. She could put the TCA together and throw a video on it. How long does it take you to create a TCA?
A couple minutes.